I will probably not like closely observe, but when walking back, I'll probably glance at them a few times to maybe like get a
Oh,
bit more
you're gonna do.
characteristics.
Oh no, don't worry. You're gonna get plenty of characteristics real soon.
Oh,
Yeah. Give me just one moment here.
Oh boy.
I wanted
Oh,
to
can we?
view around and just go to my art page, and there you are. Just gotta do a little dragging and drop in here. Oh gosh darn it! Don't open a new page. Just oh shit! Ha! I just closed Roll20. Just give me a second.
Oh,
yay!
Game Master, no.
Woo!
That's why I don't use the
Launched my
GM's
own
room.
campaign.
Oh, laugh it up,
Wow.
Fuzzball.
Yeah, fuzzball.
I will
That's
nerf
right.
herder.
Oh, you take that back.
I don't even
No,
know.
it's falling out
I don't even know how to take it back.
like this.
Alright.
Yeah, just say nerf herder backwards.
There we go.
But you do it while sucking in air.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
Okay.
notice what you're doing.
All right. So
Okay, he's back.
How
He's back.
stupid you said.
Oh,
I'm back. So as you
Damn.
leave,
That guy's got stride.
some serious swag.
wow.
going on here.
Yeah. Anyway, as you go to retrieve your belongings, a good dozen of these figures, you can now see them quite clearly because they're making themselves quite present. They're along both the side of this cabin and on either side of your vehicle. They don't stand in your way, but they are clearly present. They're all standing quite still, their glowing eyes watching the both of you very, very carefully. They don't speak, they don't move, but it is clear that they are trying to, through their body language, they're trying to intimidate you with their presence.
It's working.
Me too. I am super like I don't know how to portray this verbally, but I know my character would probably not be the most comfortable around this.
Give me a monsters and lore check there, Piff. What you get? 65, and your skill is 54. Okay. You aren't... It's that old feeling of like, I know what these things are supposed to be actually called, but it's just on the tip of my tongue. You can't quite put a name to it. But you do know that they are from another plane of existence, one that is entirely fire. Anywho, you're able to return back with the actual map itself, unmolested, and they don't follow you into the cabin or anything like that. I'm never going to remember my own goddamn character's name. Ver. Oh my goodness, David. Next time, don't pick. It was symbolic. Ver is another language for flame. So I'm like, hey, that's clever. But it doesn't work if I can't remember it.
Yay!
So, anyways, but Ver is still there, just sitting on the table, just calm as can be. And he reaches out his hand for the map. He says, I promise I'll give it back to you.
Okay. I slightly hesitantly, but without breaking movement, to give him the map.
Okay, he takes the map and he lays it down on the table itself. He takes a look and his fingers trace over the symbol that is kind of hidden in the map because you had to bring it up to the light. But he's able to notice it right away, and he says, this symbol, which has, I have not seen it in a long time. Well, I brought you here so you can give me information, but I'm curious. Where were you before you made this stop?
This particular one?
Tell me your journey so far.
Oh, let's see. It was a long journey to get to the start of where this map was, a few days, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Went through I think our first stop was a minefield.
Okay.
Then...
Before or after the giant boxes?
That was
That was-
during the giant boxes.
Oh, Durin? Oh.
Yeah, that was during giant boxes. Yeah, there's giant boxes there. I don't think that was very important.
They're important
The-
to me.
Mila,
Sorry.
you explain this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sort of. You're leaving out the best part. Giant boxes.
Then I think something that
Mm-hmm.
I think something that wasn't a part of the map happened, which was
You know
the
what's called? It's a Fury Beetle, right?
Fury Beater. Yeah,
Yeah.
looked like sort of a lone kind of rogue one. After that was a mountain with a big symbol like this on it. That had this sort of intersecting
Ley line?
ley line. Thank
A
you.
ley line nexus.
Ley line nexus. And then we got here.
He kind of gives a patient smile. So you're telling me you came across a landfill, were attacked by a Fury Beetle, came to an active ley line nexus, and now you're at a forest filled with flames.
Kind of weird, I know.
Yeah. And he looks right at you and he goes, you know exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. What kind of map would send you from danger to danger? Mhm. And he kind of gives a knowing raise of the eyebrow.
Well, I'm thinking a person who doesn't want other people to get to the end of it, because there's very particular symbols guiding probably somebody who knows this map well.
Okay. He's thinking silently for a moment for what you're saying. Just give me one second here, folks.
Mhm.
I have to do a roll off screen. I don't know how to. I don't know. Okay, just a second.
How do I do?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. GM roll. Okay.
Lena, go away. God. Sorry, Cat just keeps on like poking her head up, like, what's going on?
How's it going? Playing video games?
Hey guys.
Cool.
And he goes. He pauses for a second. He says, "Before I tell you anything else, even my own suspicions, you still have to pay your toll for crossing through my homeland."
Very true. And what
I
toll?
don't suppose. Well, I don't suppose any of you practice the art of magic.
Well, I've been told I have magic fingers when it comes to massages, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you're asking for.
I have magical hugs.
I do not want your massages or your hugs.
Oh.
What I want is information, and specific to ley lines. I have my own interest in the nexus that lies nearby, and the ley line that is close to it. So
I might be
anything
able
that
to
can...
help.
Really?
Yes.
Very well.
What did you need to know?
The elemental plane of fire and how to get back to it. This, as you've probably suspected, is not a natural phenomenon. We feel that a plane to a rift to the plane of fire opened up and physically changed this landscape for quite some time. My older brothers are sometimes summoned to this world. However, just like all mortals, these own beings can get lost. This is a temporary home away from their home, but I would be a very, very bad or very poor kindred spirit if I did not let them get back to their home that they desired. I do not know how to open a rift to the elemental plane of fire. Do you?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, I can see what I can do, and I pull out some notes and start reviewing them.
Okay.
Good point. Good point.
Sierra was pretty fastidious, and her scrawling text was much like her, energetic and frantic. So
God,
it's.
how annoying.
Hey, I thought you kind of liked her.
Oh, that's right.
You're energetic and frantic. Anyway.
It's not like a psych or a,
No, not psycho. I guess, yeah, she was a little psychotic,
it's
too.
well, no, like a psychology thing where it's like you dislike people that do the same traits you do, or
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. I get you. Anyway, her notes take some getting used to because they're kind of all over the place. Like, she has a thought on page 4, and then she finishes the thought on page 27. Stuff like that. But at a passing glance, you do notice reams and reams of this ritual that she was trying to perfect to contact the Dubyuks. And it looks like there might be a few spells written on there, too. But you don't know for sure since you're not an actual magic practitioner. You were never taught how to properly read a spell or an incantation. But based on your previous experience, that's your best bet. That there's a few spells and some ritual notes in this notebook of hers.
All right. I'm
Vul
going.
asked. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to take a. I'm going to suggest a giant negative to this roll, but I do have a lore magic.
And what do you want to do?
Try to at least decipher and recognize at least the actions needed for these opening of rifts.
It's like a -50.
I would have a -6.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. It's just too hard. Like, if you're not trained, like, you could find someone who would teach you this, and then you'd have a frame of reference. But it's like honestly, Piff, it's like reading a phrase in Latin, and you're illiterate. It just can't be done. I don't like to say no a lot of times, but in this case, I kind of have to. It's
And
just beyond your frame of reference.
I wouldn't be able to do anything with that, like, at all. Correct?
Yeah, you are
Because
correct.
I'm
You're
natural.
yeah, it's an inner strength from you, right?
Yeah.
Without taking my eyes off the notes, still kind of flipping back and forth, trying to understand this. Have you done any research on trying to open portals or any sort of magic knowledge?
Are you asking Vul this?
Yes.
He goes, well, that's the challenging part. My magic is innate. I don't cast rituals. I think I can focus the energy in order to do that, but what is said or done is lost to me.
Yeah.
Why are you studying those notes?
We came across a person who did open a portal ways back. I'm trying to figure out if there might be anything here that could help us.
Yeah. It wasn't to the plane of fire. It was to a different place. But maybe we could figure out how to open up a portal using the notes.
He pauses for a moment and says, "Are those notes terribly valuable to you? Would you mind if I took them as your payment? It would be more than enough if what you say is true. Even just a hint or a possibility is closer than I've gotten from any outsider ever."
If you wouldn't mind, I would still love to study more of the notes that are here. I can give you the ones specifically about summoning portals, though.
All right.
And I would like to note that she was opening a portal to, if I can remember the flipping name of the place.
Dubyuk.
Just Whuck.
Yuck. Yeah.
Alright.
Dubyuck's living in Dubyuck. What's
My
the,
lore. And was it
What's
from-
the last
yeah,
name, Inferno? Is it Dubyuck?
No,
Don't
no.
mock me.
Dub.
No, actually, if anything, I'm just mocking the dimension.
Anyway, I don't like to tell you ahead of time or anything, Piff.
Mhm.
But what you could do, you do have a camera. You could just take a picture of the notes. And
Oh, yeah. I did that with the map, too, so I guess that
You
would be
did.
an innate
Yeah.
reaction to do such things.
yeah,
Yeah.
Alright.
make a copy of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I will let him have the physical copies and then take pictures of the papers.
So he takes the notebook. He looks through it a little thoroughly. Just it takes just a moment or two just to scan around to see what you're saying is correct. He goes, the person who wrote this was very strange, he said. But it looks like what you're saying is true. I don't know how much information I can glean from this, but at least it's something.
I'm very glad to help.
So I guess we can continue on with our exchange of information. I will let you pass through my home. Our home, I guess I should say. But I don't think you'll want to. This map, he kind of starts to flitter around in his fingers. He says, "This map has brought you from danger to danger. And it's not a coincidence. About 50 years ago, a very old and very powerful dragon lived nearby. And the dragon was a bit of a mischievous individual who despised most of the other mortal races. He thought it would be entertaining to lure individuals into his lair for an easy way to get wealth and just the sheer pleasure of killing. And he created these fake maps and distributed them along here. I haven't seen a map like this in over 15 years, but the symbol is identical. Now, there is a small good news in regards to this. The dragon that I speak of has not been seen for over a decade. I think he has either moved on or has died. Hence another reason why this place is so safe for us. But I do not recommend you go stumbling around in the lairs of old dragons. I don't know what he would have left behind, but I'm not one to tell you what to do. But just be warned. You're going from a dangerous place to dangerous place. It might be more fortuitous for you to just go back home.
Okay.
Even if it was a dragon on the other side, I think I would enjoy a visit to the dragon.
And I'd rather go home.
Vul laughs. and
I've always
says,
wanted to ride a dragon.
I know,
My-
right?
My conscience is clear. I gave you a fair exchange of information and allow you to pass through, and you gave something to help me. What you do with your lives is your own.
Before I go back and take my vehicle to pass through, I would like to know what kind of dragon are we dealing with?
What do you mean by kind?
Well, there's usually more than one. Dragons are a bit of a wide variety.
You have to forgive me. I do not know much about the different species of dragon. And luckily, I arrived here after its supposed disappearance. I was only told this information by my older brothers and a few passers-by. One individual, much like yourselves, had the map, but like I said, it was a very long time ago.
Interesting.
A dragon was a dragon. I heard he was 50 feet high, 25 feet across, 50 even more feet with its wings spread open. A very terrible sight, very knowledgeable and very powerful.
I vote going home.
I completely vote going home.
Yeah.
Look, I understand.
Dragons.
Yeah, you're right. We don't know. And I know that you enjoy exploring ruins and finding magical items, but it's insanity to go somewhere where, I mean, can you take on a dragon? I'm quite sure I can't. And if there's even a
I can
50%...
talk to her.
We're talking about a dragon who's made fake treasure maps to lure people to it to die. Look, I've got a silver tongue, but I'm not that good.
Well, if the dragon is bored enough, he'd probably have moved on after a long-awaited thing. Maybe resting until the next group comes, but that is a 15-year gap between that. I don't think
Patrick,
they would have the patience.
Patrick, maybe, might, sort of. We're talking about a dragon that could kill all of us
Right.
without even thinking twice. There are other ruins, there are other magical artifacts you can go for. Don't throw your life away. Look, if you guys choose to go, I'll go with you, but I will do so at the strongest objections. I would like to risk my life only when absolutely necessary. If someone's life is in danger, if there's a prize worth winning that generally is beyond just an artifact. I know how much it means to you, Patrick, but no artifact is worth anything to you if you're dead. Like you said, if you guys as a group decide to go, I will go with you. I will do my best to keep you alive. I don't know what I would even do if we ran into a dragon.
We would talk with him.
Again, Patrick, it's a dragon who lured people to it to kill them. I don't think it's going to be up for conversation.
Vul pipes up. He goes, I only assume it was
Yeah,
meant to kill them because they were never heard from again.
Yeah, this is hearsay about a maybe dragon that had a plan like this, that it could happen. It's more of like, we don't know exactly what danger that we're going into, and this information is just giving us a heads up that there might be a dragon involved in some way.
Let me put this for you in a military perspective, because that's what I'm used to. If you are given intelligence, that there may be something that can wipe out your entire unit, and they might be there, but they might not be there, and you don't have any guarantee whatsoever that even taking this objective will yield you anything, then you don't take the objective. You don't take the chance when you don't even know if there's something there worth getting.
But that was the same thing that would happen at the beginning of this journey. We didn't know it was on the other
We
side, and we're
didn't
heading
know
to danger.
Yes, but we didn't know that there was possibly a dragon on the end of it. We saw a treasure map, we explored it, and I'm all for taking risks. But there's a difference between not having any idea what you might find at the end, and having some idea what you might find at the end, and knowing that what that some idea is far beyond your capabilities. That makes all the difference in the world. I am not
All
a
right.
coward, and I am not scared, but I do not relish the chances of taking on a dragon.
Alright, since you're very hard and fast about this, let's not have a chance against dragons and whatnot. How about we go back, do a bit of research on whatever dragons I can find in my book, find out generally maybe a weak point, or maybe even something that they like, that may allure them, because they're very, as I remember in books, they think very highly of themselves, so we can take advantage of their mental state.
Ego?
With that. Your ego. Thank you. Thank
No
you, Jim.
No problem. I figured you were searching for the word. I thought I'd help you.
Yeah.
And even if all of that fails, that I can't find anything, like if I find out that this is way too much for us, if the equipment that we have is not okay, I would like to go a bit farther. If we find out that there is this dragon, we will hightail it. But at the moment, we just have a probability of something that
But
is above.
here's my problem. And here's why I'm against taking the risk at all. Because we don't even know there's a risk worth taking. If
But
you
that's what we started with.
But
We
when
didn't
we
know
started,
what
we had no idea there was a dragon there, Patrick.
you don't even know dragons, though.
Patrick,
I can.
I mean, I've heard of dragons. I've heard they're very, very, very deadly, and that they're not things that you want to mess with. I mean, all I'm saying is, you have no guarantee that there's anything at the end of this map, at all. Period. But you want to take a risk that could kill all of us. Now, when we had a treasure map, were we taking a risk? Sure. But there was no way to know what could have been there at the end. Now we've gotten some information that yes, there might be something at the end, and yes, it's probably far beyond our capabilities. That's a huge difference. It's not the same as when we started out. Now, we're possibly walking into the jaws of death, and we don't even know why we're doing it. We don't have any guarantee whatsoever that there's anything there waiting for us. Look,
Well, if there is a dragon, there's going to be things there. That is a guarantee for dragons. They basically sleep on hordes of gold, if not more than just simple money.
I'll let you guys vote it out because money and gold means nothing to me. So, like I said, if you guys decide to go, I'll go with you and do my best to keep you alive, but I don't think this is worth it.
You gonna take it to a vote then?
All right.
Okay. I guess DM God will be the mediator.
Yeah.
All those 4 moving ahead and following the treasure map.
Me.
Yay, Mila! Woo!
Oh, god damn it! There's only 4 people here.
No, wait, shit.
Alicia Kemp. Alicia isn't around. Shit! all those opposed?
Me.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Work it out. God
let's
says
go. We're gonna be
working
the
out.
dragon.
What if we
Get
just
these
split
fools.
up? What if you guys
No,
go back?
we're not fucking splitting up. I'm not doing
That is rule number 1 in pen and paper RPGs. Never
Never.
split the goddamn party.
Never, ever,
Never.
Well,
Okay.
obviously you guys would just go back and wait until we do our important